What's up, poker players? Hope you guys are out there crushing it on the tables. Today we are going to adjust our HUD and we are going to be adding in some more pre-flop metrics having to do with steals and re-steals. I feel like we do not have enough information on players from specific spots, that being the blinds and the later positions like the button, cutoff, hijack seat. So we're going to add more in-depth stats to our steal and re-steal percentages. Part of the reason why we want to be adding more in-depth stats to steals and re-steals is because most of our hands that we play in poker are going to take place pre-flop. Every hand has a pre-flop. Not every hand has a flop, and even less hands have a turn and less hands have a river. So we want to have the advantage pre-flop so that we can weed out and win more hands pre-flop and get in better positions to win post-flop. So the first thing we're going to do is remove all of our steal and re-steal metrics that we currently have. And now what we're going to put in is cutoff steal, button steal, and small blind steal. But to go along with this, we also want to put in the re-steal percentages for each of these positions as well, so that we can see when an opponent tries to steal from the cutoff, how often he folds to a re-steal. The same being for the button and small blind. So now when someone makes a steal play from each one of these positions and has high fold percentages for a re-steal, we can be re-stealing with the correct range of hands against this player. Or we can put in some re-steal bluffs to a player who has high fold percentages to re-steals. So now we know how to play against players who are stealing against us, but how about when we want to be stealing against players? So now we want to put in some metrics on how players react when we try to steal versus them, so that we can be stealing a wider range against players that fold often to steals and stealing tighter ranges against players that play back at us, or have a wider calling range to players that are more prone to re-steal or not fold to a steal. So I'm going to put in an entirely new line here on how players react to steals from us. So putting in a button fold to cutoff steal, button re-steal versus cutoff steal, small blind fold to steal, small blind re-steal, big blind fold to steal, and big blind re-steal. So now we can get an idea of how players will generally react to our steals in each specific position, and we will be able to narrow down each player's range so much better pre-flop, which should add to our win rates and success on the poker tables. And now that we have done this, I'm going to have to update my little cheat sheet that I use in front of me, since I've been using about the same cheat sheet for about the last 250,000 hands. I've pretty much gotten to know it really well, and this is going to take a little bit of adjustment. I'm going to have to start out playing a little bit smaller volume table wise and get used to the new HUD, and we'll have to see how it looks on the table as well. It might take up a little bit more space. I might have to do a little bit of adjustment on the table so that I can see players' stack sizes, as well as when they have cards in their hand, maybe adjust the opacity, which you can do here in the general settings. HUD font, you can adjust the opacity so that you can see through the HUD if you want to. It's just something you can kind of mess around with when you have tables open, and you can see, you know, what works best for you. But this is the new HUD design. We just added 12 new metrics to the HUD, including one entirely new line. You can see all the numbers that are going to be showing up on there. That looks a little overwhelming, and it might be a little bit overwhelming to get used to at first, but I think we can get used to it with time and practice. Just like everything else in online poker, it's just gonna take time, practice, and you will become better at using the tools that are available to you. So everything that we did today was done in Hold'em Manager. We adjusted our on-table HUD, which gives us percentages on some insane metrics. There are so many things that you could add on here that can improve your poker game and have better statistics and be able to read exactly how players play on the table. If you do not have Hold'em Manager, I highly suggest trying this program. The link for Hold'em Manager is down in the video description. You can get a 30-day free trial by clicking the link down there. If you are not using Hold'em Manager or Poker Tracker or one of these on-table HUDs, you are falling way behind your competition, because most of the players that are playing online poker and playing it seriously will be using one of these. They will know exactly how you're playing in each specific spot. They will know all of your tendencies. They will know all of your weaknesses, all of your strengths, and they will know exactly how to exploit you on the poker table. So let's reverse this. Give yourself all the information and tools that you need to exploit every other player out there. So that is our HUD update. Thanks for watching, poker players. Head down to the video description for links to all the poker products. If you have any comments or questions, leave those in the comment section below. If you found this information useful and all the other videos useful, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the future HUD updates, as well as poker action, including the $50 deposit to a 100K bankroll challenge. Big thanks to all the new subscribers and everyone that has subscribed. You guys are part of an elite online poker community. I think we have some really great poker minds that are watching these videos, commenting on the videos. We've gotten a lot of great feedback, and I'm learning a ton from what you guys are even saying to me about some of my play, some of my HUD, and I hope you guys are getting just as much out of these videos as I'm getting from what you guys are saying to me. We will see just how effective this HUD is in the upcoming sessions, and those videos will be coming out soon. But until then, I'll see you guys out on the virtual felt.